Hello, this is Lew White. I'm with Torah Institute. I hope you can subscribe to this channel and watch some of our other videos because they're very informative about some of these mythologies and false beliefs. We're following Yahusha. Let me put that name right up here. You can look at it. It looks foreign, doesn't it? Well, anyway, there's an enemy of Yahusha called Hashatan, or the adversary, and he's embodied in the mythologies of all the sun deities of the foreign nations, and they're clinging to a lot of these things in spite of the fact that Christian Bible teachers, the scripture teachers, don't want to touch this because it's too important, and that it would cause them great loss if you were to discover the truth about these myths that people believe. Yahusha said, I believe it was Luke 16, that the secrets that they've whispered in the inner rooms will be shouted from the rooftops. And that's really what's happening now, because the information age is all around us. To keep this from being very long, I just want you to know that this is really just referring you to the article that you can order from us for free. It's something that you can get. Basically, you're paying the postage is what you're going to do. But if you want us to mail you a copy, and it's called The Esoteric View of the Mythological Christmas. What and who it's really about. It's about some guy named Nimrod. He was a real man. And Luke 16 is something you need to read about, because these myths, they're warnings that he was giving us about the last days. And these warnings are very serious. The things that we practice are not truthful. They are about Yahusha, but they're really describing and showing you Nimrod, Anyway, I wrote this book called Nimrod's Secret Identity and Who He Really Is. He was the first king on the planet. And it's not expensive. You can get it from Amazon.com. And this one, Strong Delusion. If you don't receive the truth, Yahusha himself will send you a strong delusion, so that what you're believing will be what you believe, and not, you won't want to search anymore, because everybody around you is doing what you understand. But you've been programmed, and you don't even realize it. Anyway, the article discusses the word Christmas, and that it's really two different languages. It's part Greek and part Latin. And people that are normally not associated with Nimrod are actually pagan deities, and the papacy itself is Nimrod worship, but people don't really recognize it. Freemasonry worships the deities here, some of them, in different ways. And some of these ideas are close-kept secrets, and they don't want you to know what they mean. But the esoteric view is the inside view, or the real truth of what you're seeing on the outside. Exoteric means the things that you see are not properly interpreted, because, see, you're not able to discover the secrets that the insiders have. But anyway, I've been a researcher for this for over 30 years, and I'm trying to share the truth in a loving way. I'm not trying to condemn people. I'm just showing you what Scripture says about these practices. They say, the Scripture at Leviticus 16, or Leviticus 26, starts out saying, don't build any pillars anywhere in your land, because he hates them. Yahuwah hates these. So that's exactly what they do, and they put them on every street corner, and they start teaching lies inside. So you've got to decide whether you're really wanting the truth or whether you want lies. The lies are everywhere, but to find the truth, you've got to just look underneath the veil of the lie and uncover it, and it will be revealed to you. Yahusha revealed to his disciples, his pupils, his students, how to understand Scripture. He breathed on them what we call the Ruach HaKodesh, the spirit of life that gives you the ability to discern what Scripture means. When you read Scripture normally without his insight, his viewpoint, you can't understand a word of it. You think you do, but you only get an understanding that men have interpreted, and then they feed that to you, and they bounce around and give you different things that seem to fit, but they really have no idea what his perspective of your behavior really looks like to him. You think you're doing great stuff, There's so many practices that we do that were adopted directly from paganism. In fact, one Christian pastor said if it weren't for the fact that Christianity adopted all their practices from pagans, they would have absolutely nothing to do. Anyway, when Yahusha was born is a lie. He was born, but when he was born is a lie. And the Magi that came 2 years later are somehow glommed into the thing, and you think the shepherds and the Magi probably were there together at his birth. They weren't. So anyway, look into these things. Go to www.fossilizedcustoms.com and look for this article called Christmas Myth in the list of articles. And we also have it for free on the internet if you want to download it and make copies of it at a Staples store or any print shop, and they can help you become aware of the truth. And you can share it with others, and you can make as many copies of this as you want, videos or articles. And you can read this information at my website, fossilizedcustoms.com, right now. You can just go there and read it. It isn't going to take you but a half an hour or so. But it's going to be pretty hard on you if you don't, if you just walk in ignorance. Birthdays themselves, if you look those things up, they're not of the truth either. Yahusha never celebrated his own birthday, but the pagan sun deities started it. And the first one to do it was the teacher of astrology, the guy they call Nimrod. So look into him, and I hope that you share this with your family and friends, and be kind, because they're not going to like what you have to say. So we'll talk to you all later. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to these videos. Bye.